Hello, everybody. Here we go again. Another week on Richard Osman's House of Games. I am Richard Osman. This is the House of Games. I'm joined by 4 famous faces. It's going to be a great week this week, I think. Somebody at the end of the week is going to have to walk away with this sorry excuse for a trophy. Who is it going to be? It'll be one of these 4. Clive Anderson. Lutalo Mohammed. Sara Davies. Or Alison Spittle. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Richard.
This should be a bit of fun, shouldn't it?
No, I'm terrified. I just don't want to come last in every day of the week.
Gee, I just don't see that happening, Clive. You're a bright man.
Maybe, maybe not.
Up to a point.
I can't remember anything anymore.
Yes. That's good. Well, listen, that makes for good TV.
Yeah.
Lutalo, you won all sorts of medals everywhere. You're competitive, right? You're good in the fight. Are you
Yeah,
good in the
I'm good in the fight, but I'm not so sure about this. I don't know if I'm walking away with the gold trophy this time round.
Well, firstly, it's silver.
OK. That's more my colour then. I got a silver medal, so yeah.
Sarah, welcome along. How lovely to have you here. Before we came on, you said, please don't put me in seat 1.
Yes, I did say that. Thank you.
What-
This feels very comfortable.
How is your quizzing?
Well, don't worry. I've checked with the backstage people, and apparently there's only 2 other people who've scored 0 points all week. So I was worried I might be the first.
OK.
I'm a little bit nervous.
We've had 2
All
people
right.
who scored minus points.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, because you can lose a point in the final round. So if you get 0 all the way through, and then you're confident enough to buzz in on the final round, and you get it wrong, you get minus. But it's only happened twice in 600 episodes.
Wow.
So,
You're not really making me feel much
Yeah.
better.
Hey.
I'm not going to lie.
Alison, you're in that traditional stand-ups seat 4, which often wins. How are you feeling about quizzing? I know you're a keen quizzer.
Yeah, I'm a keen quizzer. I'm also horribly competitive.
Right.
Like, it's actually a personality default of mine.
I gotcha.
Once I had a row with my mates playing the pointless board game, and I had to text and apologise to them the next day.
Wow.
So I'm hoping... I don't have any of your numbers.
OK, maybe that's not such a bad thing.
Am I setting this up
staying
a
that
bit
way.
too much?
I
I'm
have
scared
bad
now.
news for you. You will be seeing these 3 again this week.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
OK. Yeah.
Now, listen, at the end of the week, somebody wins a trophy. At the end of each day, there are prizes. Shall we look at today's prizes?
Yes.
Whoever wins today will be the fortunate recipient of one of these. There are the House of Games sliders, there's the toolbox, the chopping board, the pasta maker, and the weird, creepy gloves. Clive, what do you think you would go for?
What, does the toolbox come with tools?
No, that's the good news. It is so portable.
Yes. Well, that looks like a good bit of work, that.
Yeah, it is. It's a nice bit of kit.
Looking at it from here.
Thank you. So toolbox, that's solidity being the key. Lutalo?
I mean, backstage, they told me it was a 5-star trip to Jamaica as the prize today. So someone was joking, so I guess I'll take the sliders and pay for my own ticket then, yeah.
It'd be lovely in Jamaica. Sarah?
I mean, I'm really feeling the creepy gloves. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, good, right?
Yeah.
Alison?
I'm not... That chopping board, does that look food safe?
None of the prizes are anything safe.
OK.
Just so you know.
Well, in that case, I think I'll have the pasta maker.
Lovely. Every time I press this button, a new round comes up. I never know what it's going to be. You never know what it's going to be. Shall we play our first round of the week?
Let's do it.
Let's do
Go
it,
for it.
shall we? Our first round is... Rhyme time. Fingers on buzzers, please. I'll ask you 2 questions at a time. The answers rhyme with each other. Here's your first one. City where the Burj Khalifa is located. And bird that inspired the saying, 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy. Yes, Alison.
Dubai magpie.
That's absolutely right. First point of the week, there's to Alison. Next 2. What is this? And who is this? Yes, Alison.
Bollard, Sue Pollard.
It's the right answer. Well done.
I saw her on the train the other day.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a sign, like a magpie.
Next 2. 1848 William Makepeace Thackeray novel with the protagonist Becky Sharp. 1990s sitcom starring Will Smith and Alfonso Ribeiro. That is Clive.
That's Vanity Fair, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Is the right answer. Vanity Fair, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We'll play Clive next 2. Michael's talking car in the TV series Knight Rider. And surname of Prime Ministers known as the Elder and the Younger. Alison.
Kit Pitt.
Kit Pitt. Absolutely. And William Pitt the elder, William Pitt the younger. Next one. Who is this? And what is the title of this song?
You're so indecisive, what I'm saying. Trying to catch the beat, make up your...
Alison.
Roy Keane, What Do You Mean?
It is. Roy Keane, what do you mean? Final question in this round. Who is this? And villain played by Jim Carrey in Batman Forever.
Oh, no. Who is she?
No idea.
That is Alison.
Bette Midler, the Riddler.
Bette Midler, the Riddler is the right answer. Well
I
done.
had one all the way through.
That's the end of our first round. I'm going to put that on record as saying it's not a bad round for Alison. Let's take a look at our first leaderboard of the week. Lutalo and Sara yet to get off the mark. Clive, you have 1 point. Alison is our leader with 5 points.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think I know.
I think we're conceding it already.
Let's play a pairs game, shall we? Or, as we like to say, who would like to play this round with Alison? Our pairs game today is distinctly average. Lutalo, you're tied third, so I wonder if you could choose a partner for this round. Who would you like to play with?
Alison, please.
Lutalo and Sara, if you will swap places, please.
Gladly.
I would have fought him for you. Honestly.
I think he would have done better
Let's
fighting.
go, best friend.
Lutalo and Alison, you're a team. Sara and Clive, you're a team. You take your tablets out, please, everyone.
Okay.
All right.
I'll give you a series of questions. I need you to write me down a number as your answer. I'll take the average of each pair as their answer. Here's your first question. In days, how long did it take to construct the Empire State Building?
Ooh.
Whoa.
It's an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm thinking, how many days did it take to complete my kitchen extension? And then multiply that by the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
What do you think at home on this? What have you got? Clive, what are you saying?
Well, I thought maybe they did it in a year, but I gave them a few extra days and came up with 400.
400.
400.
Yeah, yeah. Sara, up or down from that?
Oh.
I've gone significantly higher.
Okay.
Our average could be interesting.
2,840. So it's like about 8 years or something, is it? Yeah, could well be. So your average, Clive and Sara, is 1,623 days.
I think it's mostly you, though, sorry. I haven't contributed much to that.
That's about almost 5 years, something like that. Lutalo, what are you saying here?
I went way too low. Now I think about it.
Okay.
I was thinking about, like, it being built today, but I forgot that was built a long time ago. Wasn't it?
Yeah. So Lutalo, you're saying 180.
I know.
But it could be.
It could
They
be.
used to make stuff really quickly.
Yeah, that's why I put 400.
Yeah. Alison, up or down from 180?
It's up. But I think we're like...
That's what they said when they finished.
Yeah, they were like, it's up, we're done.
Yeah.
I think we're like psychically connected in a way,
really?
no?
How?
'Cause
Oh, no.
1,800. Ah, okay.
I know.
10 times as long. Your average is
Interesting.
990.
What do you think it is, Richard?
What about, I wish people wouldn't ask that. It's such a good question. I wonder if I'd be somewhere around 600.
Okay.
So like 2 years, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe nearer 990 then. That's where it's going badly here.
Let's find out, shall
Find
we?
out.
How many days did it take to construct the Empire State Building? Who scored a point? 410.
Wow.
Clive.
400.
Wow. How
Tell you
about
what, that is scarily close.
I was going to say, oh my God, Clive, brilliant, well done. The point, of course, goes to Lutalo and Alison.
It's a cruel game.
That's the point of the game, then.
Yes,
You see,
yeah.
you were both so far out, yet your average somehow worked. 410, just over a year it took them to build the Empire State
That's
Building.
amazing.
Your next question looks like this. How many public electric vehicle charging devices are there in the UK?
I'm going with the same
Is
answer.
that as of this morning?
That would be as of October 2022.
Well, I wouldn't know, but...
Lutalo, what are you saying?
I've gone low again
Okay.
because it worked for me worked for us last
Yeah.
time. But I think I've gone too low again.
Okay.
I've gone for 1,200.
1,200.
Yeah, which is not a lot now I think about it.
I'm genuinely not looking at what you're writing, but I am.
No way.
No way. No way.
That's weird.
That is
crazy.
weird.
Hey, it worked for us last time.
I would like science to take a look at both of your brains just to see what the connection is.
VAR my eyeballs and see.
Your average, Lutalo and Alison, is 6,600. Clive, what do you think?
Such a
Well,
smooth number.
As you can tell, I had no idea. So 10,000 is such a, random figure. But I've got to allow for the overestimate that you're going to come up with.
Sorry.
Well,
Oh, no, you've
I'm
done...
significantly lower than you this
Whoa.
time.
1,842.
All right.
That's an interesting number.
That is an interesting number.
Very precise.
That doesn't bode well when Lutalo just sits and goes, yeah, that's an interesting number.
Hey, we won last time.
Your average, not going to be a million miles away.
Hey.
5,900.
It's going to be close.
6,600, 5,900. What do you reckon at home on this one? How many public electric vehicle charging devices are there in the UK? Who's won the point?
Wow.
34,000.
All right.
That's insane.
34,000.
So we're all a million
Lutalo and
miles
Alison,
out.
you get another point.
Hey, a win's a win.
I don't know what we learned from that, but there are 34,000 of them.
I can't
so we've
believe
all
that.
underestimated.
More than I expected.
Final question in this round. How many human figures are depicted on the Bayeux tapestry?
You mean different humans or just each human?
Each human, yeah. I guess if someone is represented twice, that counts as two. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Harold is represented several times. for
Exactly,
example.
but we will count each of his
Each one,
representations.
okay,
Yeah.
right.
No, and also no spoilers about the tapestry because I haven't finished it. I'm about 30 foot through.
Yeah. You can't go to the end anymore because they've lost the end of it.
They've lost the end of it.
Yeah.
Have they?
Careless.
Yeah.
How did they lose it?
Well, it was rolled up and stored for a long while,
Right.
back of Bayeux Cathedral, and it was rolled up, so the end bit sort of rotted away or got torn off and
No way.
thrown away.
I feel this is your round, Clive. you
It should
you
be.
know a lot
I'd
about
have to
it.
admit, I have made a television documentary about the Bayeux Tapestry.
Clive.
But there's no
Whoa.
way that I can now
Whoa.
remember how. It's very. Oh, I won't give you any more information.
Yeah, I'm right. Then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was feeling
Yeah.
good that I'd seen it. I was thinking, come on, I'll see it.
Sarah, what are your thoughts here? It'd be lovely to get a point for you and Clive.
It would be lovely to get a point for me and Clive. I feel like I owe you one, Clive. I guess 347.
347. Clive, what are you saying?
Well, I went a bit higher than that because there are lots of figures. I think I might have overestimated then, so it's good that you.
So what have you gone for?
caught it. I've gone. Sorry, 3,000.
3,000, says Clive. So your average
Um,
is 1,673 and a half. Lutalo, where are you on this?
I've gone for a number.
Okay.
1,500.
That looks pretty good. You must
I
be
saw you teetering on whether to add that extra zero or
I
not.
was thinking, but I thought whatever I put, Alison's going to 10x it anyway. So I thought, if you've done 25,
If this is
25,000,
25,000, then
it should make the
I am
average
calling
nice,
the
so-
police.
Yeah.
If I had 25,000, I'm gonna be Psychic Sally. I'm gonna tour, leave comedy behind.
Yeah, for real. For
You know,
real.
become a medium.
I'm intrigued now. Oh, okay.
I went for 3,000.
3,000. Your average, Lutalo and Alison, is 2,750.
okay.
1,600, we've got 2,700. What do you reckon at home on this one? Has the man who's made a documentary about it won a point? Has the other team won a point? Final point of the round goes to... 626.
Clive, I would
was
get up
down
and
to
hug you
you.
right now. There must be more.
626. Very well played, Sarah and Clive. You get yourself a point. Sarah, it's your first point of the game. Get in. Sarah and Lutalo, if you will swap back seats, please.
Let's do it. Nice work.
Ah.
That's a good team, Lutalo. Let's see what that has done to our leaderboard. Sarah off the mark with 1. Clive and Lutalo, you have 2 points each. Alison still out in the lead, 5 points clear on 7. 3 rounds to go on Monday's House of Games before we give away our first prize. Our next round is... There's a cat on my keyboard. We've never played this round before.
Wow. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Now, in this round, our question writers often work from home. Fair enough, isn't it? And they have cats as well. And sometimes their cats get on their keyboard, OK? So what our question writers have done is given you a series of clues. Unfortunately, their pesky cats have got in the way. And so the clues look a little bit unusual. So we'll try and tidy them up as we go along, but you have to buzz in and tell me what connects these three. Before we do that, we'll show you one of the cats of our question writers. And this is Tamara's cat, who's called Rosie Batman, which is a cat that's named by committee.
Wow.
So that's a real question writer's cat on a real keyboard. I don't know if Rosie Batman herself was involved in these particular questions, but certainly one of the question writer's cats were.
It looks like an album cover.
Oh,
For a rapper that I'd enjoy.
What do you call the album?
There's a cat on the keyboard. What am
What am I going to do?
Fingers on buzzers, please. Let's see if we can unscramble these clues. Buzz in as soon as you know what connects them. The answers are in there, this very, very carefully hidden away. Yes, Alison.
I think it's soaps.
They are soaps. Emmerdale, Dynasty and Neighbours would have appeared out of the mist there. What connects these three, please? That is Sara.
Oh, cheese.
Cheese. It is cheese.
Incredible.
Gorgonzola, Emmental, and Brie.
You smashed it.
It's in.
Oh, wicked, 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 wicked. That was a good
Go
one.
home with the
I rate you for that one.
These three clues have been ruined by a cat. What connects them? Alison.
Star signs. I'm
Star
so sorry.
signs, yeah. Aries, Capricorn, and Sagittarius. Signs of the zodiac. What connects these three? I keep thinking there must be a good technique for getting these. Yes, Sara.
Trees.
Trees. I got them when they were
Yeah.
they completely. I mean, even then I was like,
It's the hornbeam
hornbeam?
that threw me.
Yeah, yeah.
Final question in this round. What connects these three? Yes, Alison.
Crying out loud.
Oh,
Animated films.
It's the right answer. Well done. Ratatouille, Fantasia, animated films is the end of that round.
Yeah.
That's all right. It kind of works, that round, doesn't it?
It does.
I'm very bad at it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of going, what? But it's, that kind of works. We could do
That's
that
a
again.
good game.
Yeah.
Also, it's nice to have a picture of a cat.
Absolutely.
yes, that was the best bit of it. Yeah.
So thank you to Rosie Batman there. 2 more rounds to go. Should we take a look at our leaderboard?
Oh,
it
my
makes
word.
very bad viewing for 3 people. Those people being Clive, Lutalo and Sara, but Alison miles in the lead there.
Right.
Add everyone together and add another 3. Alison is on 10.
Actually, Richard, you could spin that I'm second.
You are second.
Yeah.
I don't even have to spin it. You are second. You're a silver medalist. Round 4 today is... I'm terrible at dating. If you take your tablets out, please, everybody.
Oh, nice.
I'll give you some events from world history. You have to write down the year in which you think they happened. Whoever is closest will win a point.
Oh, I thought this had some swiping mechanism.
You're like, OK, this I can do. The first one is this. Ciabatta bread is invented in the Italian province of Rovigo. Something funny, Clive?
Well, it's an interesting thing to try and get the date off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at least
Don't tell me you've done a documentary on
No,
this.
sadly not.
the good news is, though, you cannot look stupid.
Was it our lifetime when this happened, or was it 3,000 years ago?
That's the question, isn't it?
Any answer could be
They
accurate.
might as well call this round that.
Yes.
All you've got to be is closest. That's the good news. Everyone in? Clive, you're going to start us off. What do you think?
Well, I thought I might go 1951, but I went with 1751.
Okay.
I mean, why not?
Because it might have been 1451.
Listen, bread's been around a long time.
It has.
That's
yeah.
all I'm saying. Lutalo, what are you saying?
I've gone for 1898.
1898. That sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
Sara.
I went 1842.
Oh.
I did have 17 something and I changed my mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went the other way.
1817. Alison, tell us the right answer.
1912.
Okay, cool.
1912.
I don't
Which
have
month?
a clue. Yeah, April. It's a big month.
1912. I like the way you write a date as well.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of when sliced white bread was, when was sliced bread invented?
Yeah, do
Well,
tell me.
ciabatta was apparently the best thing since sliced white.
There we go.
Anyway.
Shall we find out? What have you written at home? What have you got on this? When was ciabatta bread invented? Who's won the points? 1980. Shall I tell you who's got the point? It's Alison.
Of course.
1982. It was the Italians apparently were trying to find a rival to the baguette and invented ciabatta.
Wow.
1982. Very well done if you knew that. I wonder if you could tell me when this happened. The first British telephone directory is published. Lutalo, what are you thinking here?
I've gone 1913.
Yeah, that doesn't sound crazy. Like, the end of the previous century was the telephone itself, wasn't it? So why not? Sarah, what are you thinking?
I went 1986.
1986?
That's interesting.
After the ciabatta.
OK.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, now we have ciabatta, we probably need a telephone
So
directory.
do you think when I was 15 years old that we didn't have a telephone directory?
Do you know what I was thinking? I was thinking I can remember my nana having a telephone. Did she look up her friends' phone numbers in the telephone directory then? Probably
think so.
not. So that's where it...
I thought that said they were phasing the telephone directories out.
Out by 1986. Exactly. Sort of the end of the telephone directory era, by which we mean that might not be right. By which we also mean you are a great deal younger than us, Sarah. So it's good news in a way. Alison, what are you saying?
I went for, I definitely knew it was after telephones were invented.
Yes, good.
So I thought I'd go for 1971.
Clive, what are you saying?
I went really early. I went 1890. I think they must have been around pretty quickly.
Well, I was
But
going to say, once people have got telephones, someone would have the idea of... Sarah, would have the bright idea of putting them all in a book and charging advertising, wouldn't they? Let's find out, shall we? When was the first British telephone directory published? Who has scored the points? 1880, Clive. Very well done.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Just 10 years out. 1880 is the answer. Well played, Clive. Point to you. Last question in this round.
Okay, come on.
The Prince of Wales title is first used for the heir apparent to the throne. That's like proper kind of history from books.
Yeah.
This is like mental taekwondo, isn't it?
Hey, it is actually.
Yeah. What do you think at home on this? You got a number? OK, everyone is in. Sarah, what do you think on this?
Is there a reason we're coming to me first?
Yes, because we went to Clive first, then we went to
I've been
Lutalo.
quite accurate the other times.
Ooh.
1642?
I think that could be it.
Doesn't sound crazy at all.
No.
It's a year from history, isn't it? Yeah. 1642, Sarah. Alison, what are you saying?
I went for 1500.
Ooh,
1500. That's a year
Yeah.
from history as well?
Because I think it was like medieval times or something that day.
Medieval times. Clive, what are you thinking?
I've gone for 1280 on the basis that I think it was Edward I who created his son as Prince of Wales. I think. But that's roughly. I mean, that's only a guess as to when that was.
This sounds good, doesn't it? Lutalo, what are you saying?
So I took Alison's answer and I added a little bit to it.
1650.
Yeah.
Clive has gone the earliest. Lutalo's gone the latest. What do you think at home? Do you know this one? We had a little guess. Let's find out, shall we? Who scored the final point of the round? 1301, Clive. Very nice. And you're right, Edward I. Well played, Clive. Final point of the round. Tablets away, please. Let's take a look at our leaderboard, shall we? Going into our final round. Lutalo, you have got 2 points. Sarah, you've got 3. Clive, you've got 4. Alison in the lead with 11. Our final round, of course, is Answer Smash. Fingers on buzzers. If it doesn't give me a correct answer, you get a point. Buzzing, give me an incorrect answer, I will take a point away. It's Monday, though, so I'll be quite gentle with you. I will not be gentle with you, Alison, but I will be gentle with Let's take a look at your first category. It is tools. Those will be the pictures, and there'll be a clue above. In the TV series SpongeBob SquarePants, the character Gary is what type of marine mollusk? Yes, Alison.
Sea snail gun.
It is. Snail gun, yeah. Nail gun. It's a nail gun.
That was really good. Well done on that.
Next clue, next picture. What are the first names of Alsop and Spencer, the presenters of TV show Location, Location, Location? Clive.
Kirsty and Philip's Screwdriver.
It is, yeah, Kirsty and Philip's Screwdriver. Next clue, next picture. Which flag was featured on the front of the dress worn by Jerry Halliwell at the 1997 Brit Awards? Yes, Clive.
So it's Union Jack Hammer.
Good name for a band.
Yeah,
Union Jack Hammer. Union Jack
Clive is
Hammer.
making a comeback here.
Hey.
Next category. Grammy winners. There's good pictures.
Here you go.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, this is it. Look at this.
Maybe.
Grammy winners.
Maybe.
What was the currency of Greece before the euro was introduced in 2002? Yes, Clive.
Drachma Mariah Carey.
It is Drachma Mariah Carey. Well played, Clive. Next clue, next picture. Who plays Jessica in the Twilight film series and stars as Becca in the 2012 film Pitch Perfect? Alison.
Anna Kendrick Lamar.
It's the right answer. Well done. Anna Kendrick Lamar. Next clue, next picture. Which 1998 comedy film directed by the Farrelly brothers stars Cameron Diaz, Ben Stiller, and Matt Dillon? Alison.
There's something about Mary J. Blige.
There certainly is something about Mary J. Blige. Something about Mary J. Blige anymore? We can take no further punishment, my lord.
I wonder who's won. Who's won?
The big question is, who's won? You three put together or Alison?
Well, the word Alison springs to mind.
That's the little subplot we have going on here. Let's take a look. Our champion on Monday with a wonderful 14 points is Alison Spittle. Well played. Add everyone to get 12 points, everyone else. That was unlucky. You nearly caught her.
Yes.
So, nearly caught her.
Not quite.
Well,
There's always
we came
tomorrow.
close. We
Yeah, exactly. Addison, you've won yourself a prize.
Oh, wow, yeah. I
Which
forgot.
of these would you like?
Do you know what? I'm going to go toolbox.
You're going to go toolbox?
Yeah.
That's really rubbing it in Clive's face.
absolutely. Not only did you get double my points, you took my prize.
Alison Spittle wins the House of Games toolbox. Let's take a look at our first leaderboard of the week. Alison up the top there with 4 points. Plenty of time to change all of that across the week. Thank you all so much for playing. It's going to be interesting tomorrow. See what happens. That was a big win today. Shall we come back and see what we can do? Okay, so look forward to seeing all of you here. Look forward to seeing you as well on the House of Games.
Makeup brushes in it. And like spare plugs, batteries.
Oh, that's what it's for.
I do not possess tools.